What's up, everybody? Going to get started here. Waiting for some more to come in. It's almost done. I think you guys are going to love these new changes. Once this is installed, I'll show it to you. Finishing up with this install here. I'm waiting for the final build to come out too for Plyrium Forge. So if you guys want to check it out, it's Plyrium Forge. You can download it here. This is our agentic development environment. And so you can orchestrate your AI vibe coding using the director here, and it'll have a team of developers that are specialized, like a researcher and coders, and then each specialized team will be able to develop based on whatever you're vibe coding. And this is a hint on where we're going with this. And the other one is this will be the other one. So let's go ahead and get this started, downloaded. Yep, there it is. Here's my verification code. We want this one right here. I gotta wait till this one gets done verifying. Get this started. The heck's the hub? What's up, Darren? I did something really cool here. So I'm getting these installed right now, and I'm going to show you what else you could do with Plyrium Forge. That side in, that there. I agree. This one's almost done. Um, oh, it's downloading Unity. Okay, that's what the hub is. So same thing as what they're doing here. Got it. So let them finish that up. Not a whole lot of viewers today. Should have started earlier. That was my fault. I was trying to get this finished before I started because I wanted to show it off. There's the Unity. It's a midday for you? Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, more will join here in a minute. All right, I'm back. Yeah, so the bug report that you posted, that's actually part of the next release that's going to be coming out. So those bugs are already fixed in the newest version. I just haven't released it yet because I was getting these other things done as well. So let's see where we are at now. So I did a thing, and I want to show you that thing I did. It's going to be really cool. All right. So yours should load up like this after the next update. I'm at 1.3.44 is the newest release. Well, not released to you guys yet, but the newest version. It will be released here tonight, though. But I haven't tested this yet. I want to try this out before I do release it. And I'll show you some of the cool things that I did. This part does take a little bit to get loaded because it's trying to run all these terminals at once. So depending on your hardware and your spec and how slow this will be, unfortunately. Where we're at here. Okay, so I'm going to launch this. Yeah, for your particular issue, I know it wasn't. It was definitely an issue with the program. I has to initialize here. Wow. All right, let's create a new project. We're going to create a blank project. We're going to use Blueprint desktop, and then project name, Plyrium Forge demo. Oh, I'm supposed to have spaces. Okay. Well, I wanted spaces. So let that create. All right, you guys are taking too long. Let me confirm all stop. I don't know what the heck they're doing here. Let's get them done because I'm not going to even use this team. All right, let's close those out. Let's remove the team. All right. Now we're going to create a new project. And we're going to, well, I got to wait till this is done. Compiling shit. Man, this is taking forever. It's an empty project. I got to compile shaders. It's crazy. What if it actually created the project yet? Where did it put it? Was it under users? I don't even know where they put the projects at. Gotta wait till it loads so I can see exactly where it's at. x86? Probably not. Not on the root. It's got to be in here somewhere, right? Like, where's the projects folder at? Yeah, I'll wait till it's done. I can't believe I have to compile shaders. How stupid is this on a blank project? Let's see. So download complete. Okay, that's good. Projects, new projects. So that's fine. Project name, my projects. No, can I change the name of that? So, okay. I just want a blank project here. Oh, okay. So there it goes. This is under users, Mordecai, and then my project name is what it looks like. Is this the cloud? Is this where it's going to be at? I hope not. Unity version control? It's just a demo. Do I have to select provider? Let's do that, I guess. And they changed a lot in Unity since last time I've used it. Yeah, see, they didn't have to compile shaders here. Oh, this is Unreal. Oh, got it. Okay, so here's Unreal. Oh, no wonder, because they actually developed some land here. How the heck are you supposed to move? Oh, that's how you move fast. Wow. Okay, big old crater. Now, let's see if I could do this. So, Plyrium Forge, where the heck is it though? Where's my file structure? Content drawer? Is that what I'm looking for? Yeah, well, where is this at? What the heck? How do I not know? Okay, let's open this up. That can't be the console, is it? Oh, come on. If you guys know, let me know. I'm trying to locate the actual file location. Where the heck that is that? How dumb is this? current project director. Here we go. Oh my gosh, that was stupid. Okay. That's what I was looking for. This. Okay. So now let's go and add new project. We are going to go here and select folder. We're going to call this Unreal. Is that what? Okay, that's fine. All right, now I'm going to create a new team, template, and game dev. Engine plugins. Yes. We're going to launch this team. All right. Yes, trust this folder. Trust it, trust it, trust it, trust it, trust it. All right, now what we're going to do here, so I got the game bridge and ready to connect. Project open, engine's Unreal, it's running, waiting for the adapter. So we're waiting for these, ready to connect. Detected Unreal. So this is already working, it's already detected. So we're going to install the Unreal plugin adapter. So you got the Unity and the Unreal, so we're going to install the Unreal. So adapter ready. And waiting right now. Oh, get these guys rolling here. Should automatically be going. I shouldn't have to do this. All right. How you doing, Yeti? From China? All right. So look at all, yeah, I can do components and stuff now. Oh, this is awesome. Template driver on. So not only are you able to build websites, SaaS, desktop applications, whatever you want, iOS through this, this can be the bridge between your game engine, Unreal or Unity, and soon to be Godot, to help you develop your games in the future. And being able to use agentic development environment here for your game engine here. And I am, this is ready to connect. Engine adapters discovered Forge through the manifest, so write manifest. So that's done. The adapter should have already been installed. Update adapter. Build manifest folder. So there's my connection. Okay. Okay, so we have the Unreal Engine and the adapter installed in the game bridge here in Plyrium Forge, and it's already connected. Can you verify you have access to it and you are connected to it? Make sure this is working. The adapter saying install or open the engine. The engine's open. So I don't understand what wants me to do here. Welcome. Can I actually edit them? Look at that little landscape tool. That's pretty cool. I never actually played with Unreal. What I'm hoping to do, so it's inspecting the bridge state. But what I'm hoping to do is be able to create a menu system from scratch. I'm going to have the AI do it. I don't want to touch Unreal. I'm going to just have them create the menu system. Something simple. Hopefully it could do this. So the agents that I do have here, I have Unreal Game Engine development here. These are my Unreal Game Engines. This is my Game Engine Bridge, my security role, quality assurance, and my writer. So these are my coders. Bridge confirm running. Let me check the heartbeat parameters, shape, and whether there's capabilities that are attachment signal. Good. And then when this is done, we're going to test it with Unity. Matching a plugin. Good. Get rid of that. So it's read only. Right now, we're trying to get the heartbeat working. Okay, what are we missing here? I did the manifest. I did the adapter. I have the Unreal Engine running right now, but it says that the connected engine adapters. It says no Unity or Unreal adapter heartbeat has reached Forge yet. So what do I need to do on the Unreal side to make this work? Pull-ups. Claim the synthetic adapter record I just wrote. It currently reads save fault. Okay. Recheck. Let's go with this. I already wrote the manifest. Let's do that again. Open engine. Engine's open. And then if I go to content, how come I don't see it in here? So it's easy engine and knows it's there. I'm testing this live with you guys so you guys can see the process here. Hey, Dark. Yeah, so I am. I'm doing pretty good with my AR. I had a lot of signups past couple days, and I'm actually in the positive now. So we are golden. And I'm testing out my new tool here. I don't know if you've been watching, but Plyrium Forge. You can now use it if you're doing any game development for Unreal and also for Unity. Right now, I'm testing the Unreal for the adapter. So I built a game bridge that'll connect the Plyrium Forge to your Unreal Engine, where you can use agentic tools for part of it here. Hang on here, let's see what's going on. When a heartbeat reach forwards, the heartbeat chain is module loaded. 30-second ticker runs pump heartbeat, but it's gated on bridge endpoint, which is only set when you click the load manifest. And okay, I did that. Plugin isn't compiled. Primary blocker. Plugin primary storage. Okay. Your project is blueprint only, no modules in the unproject. Okay. The manifest must be loaded by a button. There is no auto load. Okay, I did that. Okay, compile the plugin. Double click Plyrium Forge demo.unproject because the module has no binaries. So double click the, okay. Let's see here. Not you. What, why do I have two of those? Yeah, here. So where exactly is it again? Here, let's go to file editor, file tree. All right. So this one right here. Okay, so I double clicked it. Oh, and it crashed. Oh, no, it didn't crash. Dang it. I wasn't ready for that. It's, I'm packaging something on my other screen here, and it closed it for me. That's okay. We're going to redo this. Hey, thanks, Dark. Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about it. We're starting to get a lot more people interested in the program. It's starting, and I think once I get the bridge for the game developers, where they can start vibe coding with Plyrium Forge and the agentic tool, the orchestration, I think it's going to streamline their flow, and it's going to be real popular. I think a lot more people are going to be interested in it. So, and I'm not just going to focus on that. Of course, it's going to be for whatever type of development you want to do. I just want to make sure that people are able to use it for game development if that's what they choose to. And I'm really excited about incorporating that. So I'm waiting for the final. So it's building right now, right here. Um, so it just succeeded. This literally just got done. 7:02 p.m. at 7:03. So that's why it closed. It was actually in the middle of building. All right, let's go ahead and open this back up. I do not understand Unity's file structure. I don't get it. All right, so let's go here. Let's get these guys loaded back up where we left off. And then let's bring up the game bridge here. Make sure, oops, not there. Make sure it's all connected. So I need to write the manifest. That's done. That's detected. And then let's go to file editor. Not file editor. File tree. You come over here. Go. All right, so what do I need to do here, though? I said I was supposed to do something here. Enable true, allow list editor. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we accidentally got closed. We're in the middle of working on the game bridge. Right now, I have Unreal running. I'm testing the game bridge, make sure it's detected connecting. Right now, we're trying to get the heartbeat working. And last thing you told me was to double click on the Plyrium _forge _demo .u project. I did that. It opened up the editor, and I don't know what to do after that. Is there a setting I'm supposed to set in it? Actually, if you downloaded the solo version, and you already have that, you can still use it. So, and you get all the new updates. But if you didn't, you missed that. I'm sorry. I already gave away over 100 copies, and now it's time to bring that revenue to ARR up. So, and for what this is going to do for your projects and your development is going to, I think for what I'm asking for is way underpriced right now. I'm not going to increase the price. I think it's right where it needs to be for new developers coming in wanting to try it out. I just want to make a UI. I want to see how that works here. Let's go to the landscape. Save project home. No. Maybe I'm supposed to save this. Here, let's save this. New map, save. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Create a new map. Of course, it's going to take a while. All right. So there's my new map. Okay, perfect. I went ahead and chose. So how do I open like the blueprint? So if I want to edit in blueprint, so here's the actor, select, platform build. Tools. I do not understand Unity at all, guys. Or I'm sorry, Unreal. I feel sorry for anybody that has to work in this. Is it? Uh, actor. Save. What? What? Now what's this? Where am I now? Where's the blueprint? I should just test with Unity first. Yeah, I am lost here. All right, so let's see here. One. You're in my way. Get out of the way. Trying to read here. So there's a bridge listener? Let's see what that looks like. Is it going? Error not found. That's helpful. All right, I'm getting an error not found. Is that, I'm assuming that's not what's supposed to happen. All right, let's see here. Close the Unreal Editor. Make sure Visual Studio 22 is with the game developer with C++ workload is installed. UE 5.7 requirement. Right click Plyrium Forge. Generate Visual Studio's project file. Oh, what? Okay. Don't save. Show in folder. Uh, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Follow the instructions there, but I think I need Visual Studio C++, which I don't think I have. Visual Studio installer, and I need the 2022. So let me go ahead and get that real fast there. So close the editor, right click Plyrium Forge, generate Visual Studio project file. Reopen the, click yes, okay. So I didn't see that option. So I don't have an option to generate Visual Studio project file. So I'm assuming that I need VS 2022. And is that something you're able to download right now and get it installed and set up, or direct me to it? See if we can get this done. At least it's more content for you guys. So if you're running into this while you're setting it up, you'll see what to do. I just have to compile it. So Plyrium Forge editor, and that's what. Well, that's not what that is. So which one? Which one was it here? Hang on. Right click Plyrium Forge demo. Okay, yeah, that's right. So it was this first one here. It was this one. Show more options button. Let's try that. Where do you see the show more options button? Right click, show more options. I still don't see. I honestly don't think I have it installed. I think that's what the issue is. So we're gonna go ahead. Oh, I lied to you. It is installed. Right click options. UE show and integration isn't registered. That's bypassable. We don't actually need that menu item. Let me check whether build2s has a MSVC compiler. Windows SDK, the parts actually matter, and re-verify the engine's build tooling. Okay, great news. And we got good news, guys. You don't need to download or install anything. The full tool chain is already on the box. Perfect. The generate VS, hey, I was reading that. Generate VS project files option is missing because Unreal version selector shell associated isn't registered. Okay, so I'll close the UE. You run build bat recommended. Yep, do that. And it's already closed, I think. I shouldn't have to close this part. Just this part if I had it open. Try using Codex. I actually, it's funny. I I am using Codex over here. This is what I've been using to work on my every time I have a new release, I have Codex build it for me. But I'm testing out Claude right now for this. Then I'll test out Codex after. Um, got it. Close the Unreal Editor when you're ready. I did that. And tell me, okay, done. It's closed. Also, word advice, ask the director to generate user documentation to set up and use GameBridge with Unreal. Actually, it's already done. And let me show you here. That was the first thing I made sure was done. Each one of these agents here are specifically designed for Unreal game development. They have their own skills for this. And whether you're in Unity, like this is for Unity, this is for Unreal. I actually need to change this to why is it just the recommended ones? Where's the rest of them? Where's the rest of them? Did you break my skills? Where is my skills library? I don't care if it's just Claude. I don't want this little drop down here. Okay, they broke my skills library. Damn it. You broke my skills library. There's like all my skills are missing, and I don't know where they're at. They're not showing up in the skills list. Let's see if we can get this fixed. Dang it. Well, I thought I had this fixed, but anyways, yeah, each one's supposed to have their own skills for the engine that they're going to be using. I have not tried the Grok Klee. I don't have Grok on here. I do have it where if you have Grok, you can use it. If you have Kimi, OpenCode, Gemini, but I don't have Grok yet. And the other one I need to get in here, which I don't have, is the cursor. And I've heard cursor's actually rocking right now, so I do need to include that as well. That'll be tomorrow's update or something. Right now, I really want to see how well this is going to work here. I'm excited for this part. So some of my users are game devs, and having this set up for them is going to be a win-win for them. Easy to add. Okay, okay, add it then. And after that's done, we're going to do Unity next for any of the Unity developers out there. Let me close that for now. And then what I'm going to do, hoping I'm going to make sure it connects, everything's working. They can actually see the project and manage the project. And I'm going to have them build me a basic start menu with an options, display settings, key bindings, things like that. That's my first goal to see if I could actually just do that. And I'll do that test with both Unity and Unreal. I'm also going to set this up where you can connect to it with Godot for the people who use Godot. I think that's a popular engine, and maybe some other engines down the road. But I don't want to just keep adding more engines to it. Let's make sure the ones that we do have is working. Um, get my skills back in here that are missing. And plus, I need to get this release out because I have a few users running into a bug on their side. Um, and it's already fixed in this current version, and I just need to get this released to them so they can start using the tool. Right now, they can't even use the tool. Not everyone's having that issue. Right now, it's just a small amount of people. They get a visual issue with the terminals here, and it doesn't load the the agents. It's just like it's frozen or stuck for them. So, which this version should fix that for them. And I notice this is not calculating. That is a gap. Yeah. Oh, yesterday, I don't know if you guys saw it or not. I actually installed on top of my token efficiency tools that are built into it. I installed Caveman, which you'll see down here, based on Julius Bruce's MIT license Caveman prompt. Now you can come in here and select how much of that Caveman prompt you want to use to even reduce it even more of your token efficiency. You can do a light, full, or an ultra. So pretty much you're talking to your agent like a caveman, which is reducing your vocabulary and trying to keep it simple terms to reduce the token. So you do it light, full, ultra, um, and I've been testing it with full. Um, yeah. All right. Actions for you. Open File Explorer. Plyrium Forge. Build logs. Okay. Plyrium Forge. I have such a short-term memory here. Dot Plyrium Forge. Build logs. Okay. Right click, add, run as administrator. Oh, oh, there it goes. Okay, did that. Accept something. UAC, oh, I already did that. Console will show, download, install, progress 1 3 minutes. It will say exit, code 0, success, but reboot suggests, and then press any key to continue. That was not what happened. It actually just ran and closed. So accept that. This runs. Oh, if 0, okay, exit code. No, okay, so I did get an error here. You know, if some people paid attention, we wouldn't be stuck in this mess. I know the AI, they get frustrated with users, like stupid human. It's so weird. I don't know if you guys ever saw backlogs of notes or memory, and they actually call us the either. Now I've never seen have them called us user. They always call us human, the human. It's just weird. It feels weird. My fault. Wait. Okay, it's your fault then. Fix it. So right now, these extra steps, I'm trying to make it where you don't have to do these extra steps. Same drill. Okay, do it again. Oh, that time I saw a bunch of red text and it crashed and closed the terminal. I didn't even see what exit code or anything after that. Oh, you know what? Just a reminder, I do have Plyrium Forge running right now. Don't close it. Don't try building it yet until I tell you to. No, 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 wrong button. Steer that. Okay. Now I'm in the middle of something with this tool. So you're saying I did not click the right file? The right file. Which one was I supposed to click on? Was it this one? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Again, user error. No previous catalog found. Xcode 0. Success. Reboot recommended. I'm not going to reboot. Okay. Okay, that time I ran it and everything looks good. So it should have installed. Can you verify? Hey, Dark, I don't know what I would do without you because right now I think I'm just lost. Which one did I click on? Was it this one here? No, I did click the right file. Yeah, I kind of figured that when you said that. I'm like, crap, did not click the right file? And you're right, I didn't. Excellent. Pay or pass through. Oh, here we go. Allow. It's generating make file, which means swarm interface netfx SDK gate is now satisfied. Real compile. I want to see this start changing. Hey, Smart Ted. So the tool I'm building is the tool you see in front of you. This is Plyrium Forge. I know it looks intimidating. It's really not. There's only three things happening here. The terminal here is the team, which you don't have to mess with. The middle here is the director. This is your AI agent. Your director manages your team, but right now I'm not doing anything with my team yet. It's just me and the director working right now. And then over here is the newest edition that I installed for Plyrium Forge for any of our game developers. And I'm creating a bridge that connects Plyrium Forge to Unity and to Unreal. And that's what I'm testing right now. So, and this is a tool. It's called an agentic development environment. It's a tool so you can develop applications like games, web apps, SaaSes, uh, iOS apps, Android apps, you name it, you could build it. So it splits the task. Um, so the director, so the director, your team is built with specialties. So you have like this is my writer here. This is my quality assurance automation here. This is my security guy. This is my coder, well, researcher. So his role is game engine bridge. So that's, he's like the researcher. These are my developers here. So the director knows what's actually on his team from this roster up here and who's available. And so whenever there's a task that he needs one of them to do, he will broadcast out to that team member and have them start working on the task who is specialized in that particular area. So this is my game developing team. So when you first create your team, it depends on what you're building. You can build a custom team, or you come here to template team. And from here, there's a bunch of choices. So let's just say, I have a debugging team here. You want to build a software. These are for feature builds, and then this is for architecture and refactoring. SaaS products. There's two different categories here, three templates. If you're building a website, web app, mobile app. So it just depends on what you're building. And you select the one you want, and then this will be the team. You see little boxes down here. These are the actual team members it'll hire, it'll create, and then it'll inject particular skills to them based on what they are. So run diagnostics. So there's a special set of skills that gets injected into the AI where he's specialized in runtime diagnostics, for example. And so the team gets built, the role gets picked, and if you don't have to use Codex either, you can use OpenAI, Gemini, OpenCode, Kimi. I can't even pronounce it. Garixly, whatever that is, and Grok. Um, and your director will manage the team members as it needs. So, and what's real neat, so when they are working on a project, let me go to my review here. Right here, there's none in here. But when the team, so let's just say you have two developers and they're working on your same project. So what they'll do is they'll take the main Git, the main tree, and they'll split a work tree out of it, and it'll show up in here. And each one will have their own work tree, and then they'll work on whatever they're working on, and at the end they will merge it back into the main tree if everything's good. And this you can actually view how many work trees you have, what developers are in that work tree, and so on and so forth. And your director has all that information anyway, so you don't have to. I could add Quinn and DeepSeek. So you can do that right now through OpenCode, right? So you add DeepSeek through OpenCode, and then you launch OpenCode. So you could choose the DeepSeek model in there. You could choose the Quinn model in there right now. But if you want an actual click of a button, and if I don't think, first of all, DeepSeek doesn't have a CLI that I'm aware of. That they have their own CLI tool. If they do, I couldn't find it. These guys have their own CLI tool. Well, thank you, Smart. The other thing, if you want to bring your own AI or even a local AI, you could do that. That's what OpenCode is going to take care of that for you. It's my turn. Double click Plyrium to open the editor. I'll load the freshly built Plyrium Forge editor module this time. So double click and open the editor. Okay. What editor am I supposed to open here? To open the editor. Okay, when I double click the Plyrium Forge demo.u project, what editor am I going to open it in? Am I opening it in the actual Unreal project? Am I opening it in VS Code, Notepad++? So what editor are we talking? So use DeepSeek with Codex. Build a proxy that converts DeepSeek tools to Codex. Okay. I can look into that if you're interested in it. Okay. The Unreal Editor, same big app. Okay. So let's launch this. Can I just Am I supposed to refresh it? Oh boy, did I break it? I don't mind creating a new one, but I don't want this breaking for anybody. Okay, when I tried double clicking the app that I saved, I could create another one, that's fine, but if my user is in the middle of a project and we do this and we break their app and they're halfway done with their project, we're gonna have some pissed off people. So what's going on here? Well, I'd love to take a look at it. I think that'd be neat if you don't mind sharing. And so one thing I do ask, if you do have a license to it, and if you want me to include it into the Plyrium Forge, if you're okay with that, I'll ask your permission. Second of all, um, it depends on your license, what type of license you have, whether it's like Apache or MIT, or some type of open source type license. Um, because I do sell my product here. This is a commercial product. Okay, I just want to make sure, before I put it in here or use it. What's up, Paul? Go up, bro. What do you mean go up? What I miss? Did I miss something? I probably did miss something. So it's built with Python. I could not care less. Okay, all right. I just want to make sure. I am not in the habit of stealing anybody's ideas unless I have their permission. I'll use Epic Games Launcher. Yeah, that's what I want to use. Well, while this is checking, guys, I'll be right back. All right, did it finish? Are we good? Go ahead and launch from the Epic Games Launcher library. What's that? Okay, tools, Plyrium Forge. Okay, let's see if we can do this. What? What? It's still. Still doing this. Still getting this error. What am I doing wrong here? Go ahead and launch from the Epic Games Launcher library. I did that. Oh. Let me take a screenshot of this whole thing here. Maybe that's what he means. You broke my project, man. I should at least played some music for you guys while I was gone. That was kind of mean of me. Here. I was like, what the heck is this drum beat? Oh, that's loud. There we go. What are you doing to me here? Maybe I should have used Codex for this. Codex might have actually done it. Like, oh yeah, not a problem. Here. Freaking Claude. You're disappointing me, Claude. I used to talk highly of you. Oh, so it's going to open it for me? Okay. All right. Here we go. We get our bridge connected now. I'll verify the heartbeat. All right. Smart Editor 2001, crypto, Python proxy settings. So I'm assuming that is your GitHub profile, right? Is that what it is? See here. So if I go /, get rid of that. All right, so I found your GitHub here. We go to repositories. So it's a Python proxy, right? Is that what it is? What it is? So here it is right here. So Silicon Flow Codex, Anthropic proxy. Both forward to Silicon Flow chat completion uses DeepSeek AI, DeepSeek V4 Flash. And is this on? These are AIs that's on their server, right? I don't have to download the actual like a local LLM. Proxy intended for basic chat and planning first. It strips client tools, tool calls, and tool results before upstream unless you explicitly set Expert Silicon Enable Tools 1. That opt-in is experimental and not full Codex or Claude tool support. Yeah, so I understand that because their built-in CLI, they lock down their CLI. You cannot turn on or off the tools that are already built into it. So I understand. Right now, it's just more of a don't use your tools skill or command or rule. say test it. So it's going to be like a chat interface on the web browser, I'm assuming, right? Say okay only. So you set the Anthropic key to local. Yeah, I'll check this out. This looks really cool. That's interesting. All right. Okay, so this is running. What's up with my sky? Oh, okay. Ooh, that's bright. All right, now what am I supposed to do in here? Wait for the main editor window to be interactive. No compiling shaders. Toast blocking input. Top menu, tools, Plyrium Forge. Okay. Tools, Plyrium Forge. There it is. I am actually inside of their editor. Oh, how freaking cool is that? Look at this. I built a plugin for it. All right, now what am I supposed to do from here? Click Load Manifest. Um, okay. And then watch the output box at the bottom of the panel. That'll show you the JSON response from the Forge bridge after the first heartbeat fires. Quick aside, read the customer impact concern. Okay. Paste Plyrium Forge panel output once the load manifest. Okay. So I got to paste this. At least it would give me like a copy or something. What's up with this crap? I can't select that. Oh, I guess I can. Ugh. Did I grab? Oh, I didn't grab it all. There we go. Yeah, this is not intuitive at all. I'm going to have to fix this. Do not test it with Claude. Is that against their TOS or something? Is that why? I know Anthropic's very funny about what you can or cannot do with their CLI. They're so strict and so dumb. Are being landed, bridge fully connected. Okay. Let me refresh here. It is the adapter. Okay. From here, the plugin auto heartbeats every 30 seconds. No further actions needed in your end. Plyrium Forge panel. Other buttons ping interactive. One small thing I noticed in the response. Plugin version undeclared version. Plugin's heartbeat has a version hard coded. Okay, that's fine. Optional sanity check if you want to confirm auto tick is alive. Leave the editor open 60 seconds, then check the adapter state files. Lasting Unix update. Where do I see that at? Where do I see that at? What are they talking about? Okay, you lost me on these instructions here for the option. What? Oh, this crap. No. So I need to add it to the codex? Okay. Well, I saw you had Anthropic commands in there, so that's why that my first thought was Anthropic. All right, you lost me on this optional settings here. What am I supposed to do here? Write the manifest so the adapter can discover Forge. And I did that. So if I write manifest here, is that it? Is that what I do? Is it done? Directly connected. That was kind of a pain to set up. I'm gonna have to figure out an easier way of doing this. Roots to selected assets unknown. I don't know if I like that. Status idle. Yep, it is idle. Okay. It's just complicated to fix it. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I did notice that Claude likes to complicate things, trying to fix things. They over engineer, I think. Whereas Codex doesn't do that. All right, now let's build a menu. What are we doing here? Preview asset plans, submit blueprint Python, blueprint Python assets test, preview actor. These are C++ generation, ping forge bridge, send heartbeat. Okay. Did that do anything? I said a heartbeat. Why does this keep saying ready to connect? Yeah, I don't know. Just say my bad. That was unnecessary seal life flavor. Yeah, no kidding. My grip had a typo, missing space in the regex. That's why the different came back 0, but the file itself proves it. Okay. All right. So my question is the bridge connected? Do you have access? So my first test I want to do, I want you to have the team create a main menu system, something basic and simple with some buttons like start game, continue game, options, settings, or whatever, just a basic menu. And in the options, I want like display settings and then key binding settings. So, like I said, something simple, just to create a simple UI. That's all I want done. Let's see if we can do this. So you also built the web chat version. I saw that in your tool there. So I'm assuming that's what's going on here is when it and of course that proxy is not going to be the same as that. I'm sure it's going to be, unless this is a hard-coded proxy um, or port. I mean, not proxy, a port. So it could be, it's whatever the tool decides to set, right? I'll check it out. What are we listening to? Let's go to here. Yeah. It's almost done thinking. I don't think it started. So this one uses Silicon Flow. Well, I thought your whole project is called Silicon Flow. What is Silicon Flow then? So this right here, I thought this is something you came up with, Silicon Flow. I don't even know what Silicon Flow is then. Is that something special? So there's Llama, there's Claude, there's Codex. Okay. You should have got a lot of Claude things in there for not wanting to use Claude. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me do that. I'll Google that. Because I've never heard of it before. Search for LLMs, model tools. One platform all your AI interface needs. Run powerful AI models faster, smarter, in any scale with predictable cost. So technically, you built a wrapper for Silicon Flow, and because it already has DeepSeek and Quinn, all the other ones, right? Is that what I'm guessing? And it's more of a proxy wrapper that connects to Silicon Flow from the back end. Now we'll look at the proxy and the requirements here. Yeah, simple requirements, proxy. So your default models, upstream. Yeah, okay, so here's the API silicon check completion. So this is, you are connecting to the silicon flow. Got it. Yeah, and well, they looks like they use more than just that. They use, here's all their models right here that they have. So all their DeepSeek, Kimi, GML Quinn. Yeah, they have a bunch of them here. And you know what? Um, open, wow. Open Code uses the same models, I believe, right? If I type DeepSeek, yep, so here's DeepSeek, and it needs the API key. Okay, that makes sense. All right. I love it. Oh my gosh, I want that. Look at that arrow. That's so cool. I want that. Get started right here. Just in case you miss it, follow your mouse. That's so cool. I want that on my website. All right, bare minimum button page. Yeah, bare minimum. We don't want anything too fancy. Your draft as is. Continue start option settings. Yep. Submit. Let's do this. Let's build something. Come on, I want to see it done in Unity here. I want to see menu pop up. I want to hit play and try it out. I shouldn't have to do anything. I want you to do it. Copy the CSS and then pass it to Claude. Yeah, exactly. No, I'll definitely do that. I'll have to figure out what that CSS is, though. Let's see here. So the element that manage the mouse, I wouldn't even know where to go for that. Where would the CSS be at? Not there. Not there. This is the CSS right here, isn't it? Yeah. I bet it's one of these scripts. Yeah. Yeah. I'll check it out later. Yeah, create dispatch recommended. Yes, let's do it. I'll check it out later. I'm not too worried about it. It is cool though. I wouldn't mind having it. I'll put it on so my Plyrium Forge here. So I don't know where I'd put it. Download for Windows, choose a plan. I need to change that to just download because you could download this for Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. I have a build for all of them. So I just need that to say download. But having it here, like this is going to go away in a week. So that banner's going to go away. But having it point to like downloads here, I wonder if I can. Let me sign out here and see if I have a better view here. Yeah, having it point to the sign in or the downloads or down here to get started. Like, just trying to find out a good place to put it. Like, when should I activate it? I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I'll have to put it in there somewhere. Use Sonar Cube before going production. It saves your money time. I'm not sure what Sonar Cube is. I am going to have to look that up. Man, you guys have all sorts of cool ideas that I've never heard of before. Code quality and code security. Code verification for your AI era. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm familiar with this. So I actually use something similar to this. It's called Sentry, and it does all the alerts for me, and I can actually view anything and everything about my website, especially when it comes to my security here. So, um, like, I can see exactly what's happening, errors, outputs, security issues, um, warnings, if there's any. Have you? I don't have that kind of experience. So yeah, you probably know more than I. But this manages. This is live connection to all of my websites automatically. And I can see like who's doing like a 404 burst, for example, who's trying to ping me, and this gives me like exactly where they're pinging me from. Yeah, I can get their IPs if they're using a server. So this is Linux right here, Firefox they're tagged with. This gives me all the information, and my Claude or Codex is connected to this. They could get any reports they want anytime. But I'll check this out. I'm assuming it's like that too for Sonar. All right. So are we rolling? Did we get the? Are the guys out there? Yeah, they're out there rolling right now. Yes. Team's cooking. So 104 spec drive run, submit compile, WVP wire, Pi QA. Okay. So we're going to have the bridge worker, the Unreal coder on 1 and 2, and then the QA worker. So he's already got the task lined up, ready to go for him. And if I come in here to my ops board, I bet there's a card on it, maybe? There isn't. So they didn't create a card on it. Interesting. They just have a task and they're going for it. All right. So, okay, so it's code quality. It actually scans the code itself instead of traffic. And I think Sentry scans traffic. Um, and Sonar Cube scans your actual project code, is what you're saying. Okay. I have to check that out. Yeah, my other SaaS website that I built here, Plyrium.com, I actually did a full audit on a code review. I had a red team look at the entire code base, and then I had a gray hat team do pen testing for me for full pen testing. Sentry is for bugs. It does more than just bugs, though. Sentry, I can look at actual traffic information and what's happening with that. But this site here is real secured. But nothing is truly 100% secure, and you and I know that. But this is as secure as I think it can be. I even have DDoS protection. Yeah, test it for me. Go to plyroom.com and see what you can do here. I'm curious. Yeah, but there's some real smart dudes out there. You're probably one of them that can bypass a lot of things that they need to. What you'll see next, first bridge worker will spec the customized plan, ops, dry run them, no source files touch, should ping back in a few minutes with comments on card 1. I didn't see no cards. What do you mean on card 1? The interesting thing is I'm not seeing any cards created in the ops board. Is that a visual bug on my end, or was there not a card created? I'm just asking. Yeah, because it should have here. This should have been the card here. No, the dispatch. We got backfill card objects with IDs and time. Yeah, I thought so. Let me prove it's reading them back fresh so you can compare it to what UI shows. My UI don't show nothing. It shows empty. Except for the basic card here. Yeah, so I agree with that. Just to give you a little background, my background, so you understand where I'm coming from. Right now, what I do here is a side thing. I do it for fun. But my real job, what I actually do for real and in the real world is I'm a 365 Microsoft architect. I manage a huge company and I manage their entire cloud infrastructure on the Microsoft side, all their apps, their Azure ADD, and then of course their Exchange Online, SharePoint, Teams, their Purview security, all that. I manage the entire infrastructure. I manage their DLP, data loss protection. I manage their retention policies and all policies actually, depending on the app. OneDrive, but that's what I do for a living. I write a lot of automation scripts. I know C# and PowerShell, um, and that is where my professional starts and ends. On the side, what I do is I do develop in Java, C#, Python, and a little bit of C++. Not an expert in it. So I understand infrastructure and security. That's a big role of where my education goes into my developing. Anything else that I'm doing here, I'm learning as I go, and not only from your guys' feedback, which is genius. I love all my viewers. They're great. They're wonderful. But you guys even give me constructive criticism, which I appreciate. I really love that. And I will take my time to learn something that I don't understand or know. So, um, yeah, I mean, I guess you can say I'm a developer, but not the same as an actual real developer who can build like a whole backend system. I have never done anything from start to end from a full backend system except for probably my Plyrium.com here. This is my first full-time web application that has a full system, front end and back end, and set up and ready to go. I mean, it's feature rich. If you go look at the demo here, you'll see, you're logging in as if you're one of my clients. This is a very feature rich demo or product, and it comes with quite a bit. And there's an AI built into it that does some automation for my clients. And has been a lot of thought into building this and putting this together. So, and it's not perfect. There's still a lot more needs to happen to it. But for one of my first big projects, I think this is something I don't know. I'm proud of it. I really am. My second big project is my desktop app. This one right here. I've never built a full-fledged desktop app, let alone something as complex as this is becoming. Yeah, let's wait for them to free up. Yeah, thank you. I have the understanding of knowing my limits and knowing what I need to learn. So The biggest thing is knowing what questions to ask. If I don't know the questions to ask, then something's going to slip by. And that's probably the biggest mistake vibe coders make because they don't know what questions to ask. Because your AI can do anything and everything you ask it to do, but it's not going to do anything and everything just because it needs to. So when you're vibe coding an application, there's certain steps you have to take to make sure your development process is grounded, has a good foundation, a good framework, and something that's solid and secure from the very start. And anything that you're building on top of that has to make sure it flows together with it. And you have to know what questions to ask or do the research yourself and understand what things are doing. Just to go in there and say, hey, make me this application and go, it'll make something, but it's not going to be exactly what you're thinking. It's going to have problems and bugs or even security risk. So especially when I'm building an app that involves companies like HVAC companies or plumbers, and they're trusting their entire business into my application here. They're from all their customer data, their invoicing, billing software, everything's built into this. And for me to for them to trust me to store all that information and secure it, security was my number one priority when I came to building this. And I wanted to make sure it was in a professional, secure way. I know it's not perfect, and I'm sure someone out there can do whatever they need to do to get the information. That's just the way the world works. Even the biggest companies out there have data leaks all the time. So, but for what I built here and for my knowledge and everything that I've done to it, I think I've secured it quite well. And you're right, it does require a good background because again, like if a UFO, an alien lands on Earth 10,000 years ago and sees a caveman, and an alien comes to the caveman and says, "Hey, I am willing to give you anything you want, anything at all to make your life easier." What would it be? What would you want? The caveman would probably say, "I want meat. I'm hungry, food, or a weapon, so I go kill my meat." Right? He doesn't know what questions to ask. He's not going to know, "Hey, I want something that, build me a robot that could go out and kill for me, or take me with you, or educate me, or I want to have the same knowledge as you." There's a million different ways he could have asked to improve his lifestyle and the rest of his clan's lifestyle. But if you don't know the right question to ask, you'll never get the answer. And I know that was a crappy analogy, but I was just trying to think of a way to explain it. And smart, no, it's not built with C++. It is actually built with Rust. And I know nothing about Rust. And the reason why I chose Rust, I could have done C Sharp or C++, but the reason why I chose Rust is because I'm vibe coding. You cannot compile Rust if there's any errors in it. It is not 100% perfect, but it makes sure that most of that is secured and locked down before it'll compile. Otherwise, it'll throw an error. So when I'm vibe coding and I have to have the AI do the compiling for me and the developing and building for me, and when they compile it and they run into an error, they know where the error is at and they can fix it right away before it's released. If it was C Sharp or C++, it might have built that compiled version, although the error was there, but they didn't catch it. They didn't see it. And then I'm releasing something with bigger bugs or bigger problems or memory leaks. So that's why I chose Rust, is more of a tighten down harness for vibe coding. All right, so what are we doing here? Subtask complete, subtask 2 pause, sign worker busy elsewhere. Yeah, your sub workers aren't busy. Go and assign it. You can look at your roster and you'll see what I mean. So go ahead and keep going on this. Come on, see my menu. Did it actually? It didn't. It shouldn't have built anything yet. Um, yeah. Right now, I think it was just in the planning stage. I think that's what the first stage is. Oh, it's going. Hang on. So it's dispatching for number 2 here. Heads up for what's next. Mid-task, you'll need to approve the proposal in Forge. That's the gate between plan submit and files written to disk. The worker, okay, that's fine. Post-game bridge, submit plan proposal, get proposal ID. Ping me with the proposal ID. I don't know what the proposal ID is. Where do I get that at? Is this something my coders can give me here? Let's open them up here. Because when I built this bridge, I made sure that again, this is thinking security, right? So when you have AIs, crap, where'd my agent go? But I do. I think I just broke something. But when you have agents touching your code that you've already been working on or developing, I don't want them just jumping in and writing whatever they want. I have several approval processes it has to go through, and this is one of them here. What the heck happened to my? Okay, something happened to my terminals here. I just lost the whole team. You're gonna have to spawn in the team members again. You need to log your bling now. What do you mean? I need to log. You need to log your bling now. I'm not sure. Oh, blind. You need to log your blind now. I'm not sure what you mean by that. But it's not. Broke. Yes, this is why I want to test it before I release it. Apparently, there's some bugs in here. Token savings disabled. What? There's the freaking problem right there. Why did it kick me out? Yeah, that's definitely an issue. I just want to make a simple menu. That's okay. Let's get all these bugs out, and we're going to work this out here. This is actually pretty cool. It's like a, what if I could put like a lake down here? Which is just a 2D mesh and a shader. So when you go underneath the water, the shader kicks in as an overlay to make it look like you're underwater. And you could add physics like current or like a swimming animation where you're slower, things like that, breath, breathing. So usually that's what typical game engines water is. Now, they are starting to use actual real physical water physics and game engines now, which isn't a 2D mesh. It's actual like particles. It's so cool what they're doing. And in fact, one of the recent games that just came out, I forgot what game it was. It might have been a Crimson Desert. One of them actually has real water physics built into the game. You cannot fix what you do not see. You need someone to log for events, what happened. Yes, exactly. I agree with that. I have dead pixels on my monitor. Where did that come from? That is not cool. All right. You brought them back. They're just coders now. Whatever. They're still working. I'll be right back, guys. Hey, Darren, are you still here with me? Are you still watching this? All right. Okay, now that we have a temporary team back right now, where are we at and what do we need to do next? I want my menu working. Hey, Destiny, dude. Let me tell you that in just a minute. Hey, Darren. So sometimes the director is dumb and it just using based off its memory, like, hey, we have 5 team members, and that's not accurate. You have to tell it to. There's a tool in there where he can actually pull, use the tool to see exactly what's in his roster, and that's what's up here. And see if that works, and if it can actually be like, oh yeah, actually this is what we have available. Let me know if that works for you. Sometimes I even have to do that. The Claude, it gets dumb sometimes when it comes to using the tools. Um, so what I'm building is this whole tool you see here. It's the agentic development environment, and what I'm working on now is I built a game bridge that's airing out apparently based on proposed missing. Oh, this is let me refresh. Yeah, but I built a game bridge between my tool here and Unity and Unreal, so people can use my tool to help develop their game engine. Um, I'm seeing this here uh, in the game bridge. What's going on here? I have next year view. Ah, soon, a minute or two, new Unreal coder submits a proposal. I didn't ask constraint, no handwriting, escalate, no activation task. So where is my proposal? And I'm just testing out I just built this game bridge. I'm testing it out right now before I launch this live. I'm making sure there's a few bugs this one came out with for this version. And I'm getting those fixed right now. So I probably won't be able to get this released tonight, guys. But I'll be working on this all day tonight or all night tonight and then tomorrow. So I can get this released to you as soon as I can. My sync event handler doesn't verify origin. Is that what you see here? Now it's working. Wow. So I wonder if it was a heartbeat because there's a heartbeat between the tool here. So I'm going to Plyrium Forge here. And I'm wondering if that heartbeat, let me load manifest here. Send the heartbeat out. If that's where the disconnect was. Right, manifest. Okay. Yeah, apparently that does nothing. Requires, so dry run, preview approval, rollback required before writes. Oh, so how do I do the approval? Dry run template. Operator, apply game bridge plan. 2 accepted, 0 rejected. Okay. All right. So what approval are you waiting for? Where do I get that at? The approval ID. And also in here in the actual game bridge, I'm doing a dry run template. It says 2 accepted, 0 rejected. And under the operator, it says apply game bridge plan. Then I can apply. What's the game bridge plan? What am I missing here? And what is that proposal ID? Where do I get that at? So, Dastin, I am using Claude. I have Codex and I have OpenCode. But what's available is Gemini, Kimi, Gar, whatever that is, and then Grok. And you can you bring your own AI. And if you're interested in the tool itself, you can come to forge.plyrium.com. I'll send you the link here. And you can download it. And right now I'm testing my game bridge with, oh, it did connect there. Okay. I'm testing it with Unreal. Refactor, submit, ping forge, submit blueprint, preview start, preview asset plan. I wonder if that's what I'm looking for. Okay, apply the customized plan. Yes. Cache names are predictable. What do you mean by that? Cache names are predictable. Oh, yeah. So one thing I've noticed with this is so AIs, they leave their footprints or fingerprints behind whenever they build websites or tools or anything like that. One indicator is this dash right here. That dash, there's no keyboard, no key binding to make that dash. It is an ASCII character. I forgot exactly what it is, but it's not something that's readily available. No human actually uses that as a dash. That's a tall tale sign that AI built it. So if you come in here, you won't see that. In fact, you'll see the regular little dashes everywhere, if there is any. I removed all of Claude's fingerprints except for the color theme. You can tell Claude built this because of the color theme itself, whether it's dark mode or light mode. Oh, and you can use Codex. That's fine. If you want to use Codex, you could just drop this down and use Codex. OpenAI Codex. I have that too, and you're okay to just use. You can just use one plan if that's all you want to do. Proposal submitted. Okay, true. There's my proposal ID. I found it. Where the heck did that come from? Operation count, rejected 0, status blocked to operator approval, execute ships. So is this where I put it here? And no, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I don't put it there. Where do I, so 2 accepted. So what am I supposed to do here? Run. In the Forge Game Bridge panel, hit the refresh. Okay. Boom, refresh. Hit, the proposal list should now load. No errors this time. So let me see my proposal plan. Here it is. Okay. Adapter proposal. And you should see one entry, Plyrium Forge demo, which I do. Continue settings, ID, click it, load. Okay, so that loaded here, 2 roots. Okay. You'll see the same 6 ops, which I do here. You're running via driver run template earlier. Build CS2, CS plus widgets, module support. Okay. 2 possible outcomes. Best case, apply, succeed, 6 files. So I'm going to send this to him. Okay, this is what I see. Do I click on dry run template first, or what do I do here? Brother, I think you can command the AI agent to not use it. You can if it remembers not to use that. You definitely can. You could actually have it go through and clean up all that, all the fingerprints. There's a couple other ones that it uses, like these certain quotes it uses. There's these hyphens and dashes and semicolons that it tries to use. So, which you can actually do a search and replace all and throughout your whole file, or put it in the Claude rules not to do that, or whatever agent you're using. But they leave their fingerprints all over the place, and you can tell an AI site or if an AI written a site, because a lot of people don't catch that and they don't clean it up. Executor not shipped because applied. Okay, yeah, we already figured that out. Yeah, I hope there's no errors. But do I hit dry run template? Is that what I'm supposed to do here? And how come it's not a full doc here? What's going on? Where's my full doc? So there it is, and it should end here, but it doesn't. It does that. So weird. I don't like that. So I have an extra scroll bar here, and I have this one. I should not have two. That's a visual bug, I guess. So the cache version is hard coded. Hang on. Only using two code. Okay, the cache version is hard coded. V5, no redirect, cache, 2006. I'm still not understand what you mean there. The cache version is hard coded. Where are you getting that at? That hard coded cache version? Is that somewhere on my site? One thing I noticed is yes, AI will make you lazy. Oh my gosh, it does. It makes you. It really dumbs you down. Open a template, drop down, recommended. Open a template, drop down. Tell me what options are listed. There is no template. Oh wait, is this what we're talking about? Yeah. So let me. Hang on here. How come I can't? So is this what you mean? This template drop down? Hey Darren, I get it. I understand that. Um, and honestly, there it is okay to use AI, and then some people actually want to use AI because they can't develop. However, people who are developing, just think about it before AI came out. It would take us months to see a project do as much as this is doing now. It'll take us sometimes years. But now we can prototype something and get something up and running, and that we get that dopamine, that self satisfaction of, wow, look what I built. But AI built it, but you just guided it. You have to treat it like it's a tool. And after a while, you just like, I don't need to develop anymore because AI is doing it for me. I don't even look at the code anymore because I haven't really need to. AI is doing it for me. And then you start to lose the I don't really want to develop anymore because AI is doing it for me. I get it. I really do. That's exactly the option you need is the UMG start menu. Okay. Okay. Got that. UMG start menu. I wish you would have told me that up here. One important caveat though, that's the stock UMG start menu template. It's Python files. It's just a log stub message. It won't actually create the widget blueprint or customized Python, which actually creates the WBP. Lives only in our submit proposal, not in this UI dropdown. Two options, both end up working. Option one, simplest recommended. Apply stock plus I'll overwrite the Python after. Select UNG in the dropdown, click dry run template. Okay, let's do that. Dry run template. Sage's main menu bind real output user and blueprint. Okay. Type operator and your name. Joshua. Oh, operator and my name. Oh, okay. In the text field, if it's empty, click apply. Apply Gainbridge plan. So type operator or your name. Oh, in the text field, if it's empty, click apply. I can't click apply. It doesn't exist. Actually, before I do that, let me make sure I capture all of this. Oh, from your MCP? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. Let me know what you do find though, and I'll try getting everything fixed on there. Um, Okay, so I put my name in there instead of operator. And the next text box says apply game bridge plan, which is an empty text field. And the apply is not lit up. I cannot click it. Any client that can register a sync event, yeah, any page from your origin can trigger a post message drain queued to all windows. I'm not familiar with that is, but we're going to find out. So for Plyrium Forge, I'm having someone doing a vulnerability check on the website, and he found a couple issues. Here's one of them he brought up. Can you tell me what this is about? Also, there's a hard-coded cache version built into it, which shouldn't be. Let's see what Claude says there. Is confirmed text input not a but? No kidding. The Forge UI is making you type exact phrase. So I got to put apply game bridge. Apply game bridge plan. Like that. And do I have to put it all in caps? That is stupid. Yeah, it should not be like that. Yeah, that is stupid. So that's going to have to be fixed. Okay, I did that. It wasn't very clear that that's what I was supposed to type, so that's definitely something I'm gonna have to fix. And typing apply game bridge plan is about the dumbest thing ever. You just either type approve or something like that, or just put my name in there and then hit apply. Put my name in there is me signing that I approved it. All those extra steps is kind of dumb. However, that's not your focus. I'll do that later. Yeah, let's see what Claude says here. So, quick task cleanup first, then a security explanation. Yeah, I did that. What the code does. So if I had listener sync, if event drain queued, the flow, when the user goes offline, the page registers the backend sync via registration.sync register drain queue. When connectivity returns, the browser fires a sync event and the service workers, which broadcasts drain queue. To every same origin window, those pages read in the live offline quest yes and replay queued index database actions. Why it's flagged, the auditor's framing is technically correct, but the practical risk is low. Any script running on Plyrium.com, XSS, malicious extension, compromised dependencies could call registration.sync register during queue and trigger the broadcast. The receiver is same origin only. Um, hey, I am making an ADE, and I know I'm familiar with the bridge space. And what he's building is the ADE. In fact, he has been doing his a lot longer than I have, and his is a lot more mature than mine. However, mine does things way different than his. For instance, I have a game bridge that connects to your either Unity or Unreal Engine. It'll connect to there, and you could vibe code your game development if you want to. The other thing I have different is I have token efficiency built into it. So you can run multiple agents and save tokens up to 99% token efficiency. So it'll reduce your usage and limit your usage. I know he doesn't have that. The other thing is I don't have to sit there and command each one of these team members. And each one of these team members are specialized based on their skill. So they have specializations, and my director understands what each team member is, and all I have to do is communicate with the director, and the director will communicate with the team members, and it will facilitate an actual orchestration. I don't think his does that either. So to say mine is like his, sure, it's an ADE, but that's like saying Linux is like Windows because they both are operating systems. They're not the same. They're both two totally different tools. Mine is way different than his, but I do respect what he's done, and he's put a lot of work in his, and he's very passionate about his project, and I have total respect for the gentleman. I really do. So, and I even tell my viewers to check out his. He's that what he's building may fit in with their needs more than mine, and I really encourage my viewers to look at other resources out there. There's even free ADEs out there, like Clippy, I think is one of them. Clip Art, I forgot what it's called. Clip something. Paperclip, that's the name of it. That's a free one you can download. It's an ADE, and there's lots of them out there. There really is. So, what makes mine different? There's a whole. It's a different suite to what he's building, but it is the same as it's an agentic development environment. So I'm glad you asked. That's a good question. A lot of people do ask that, and they come in here because of the title of my live stream. That's very similar to what he is. I actually, what he's doing gave me the passion to want to do it myself, and I respect what he's doing. I am not trying to copy what he's doing, but people copy success all the time because they're successful, and I want to be able to, in a way, follow in his footsteps. And I appreciate everything he's done, and I'm real proud of someone that can get to zero to where he's at today. And I think that is just one of the coolest things ever. So for investment, I probably have about $380 in investment. That is my two subscriptions. I have $200 for Claude, my Pro Max, and I have $100 for Open Code or Open AI Codex. So that's the $300. And my $80 is my I host my website. I have a full SaaS right here that is a little bit different. Let me turn off this music here. There we go. My voice gets scratchy when the music's playing, but I have a full SaaS here for plumbers, HVAC, electrical companies. It's a backend suite for their entire office. It's a whole billing system. It's I have AI agentic automation built into it. They can manage their techs out in the field, dispatch their trucks. They can manage their inventory, their customers, scheduling. It does everything. So I completely built this from the ground up, and this is part of my ARR. And I already have a few clients signed up for it, and I'm getting more as we speak. And this is my website for Plyrium Forge, which is this tool here. So if you're interested in it, you're more than welcome to go check it out, download it if you wish. Just sign up, you can download it. And yeah, that's what I'm building. And like I said, this is going to be like right now I'm building a menu system for Unreal to test it out. You can see I do have a plugin now for Plyrium Forge. It's built into Unreal and also Unity, and it'll connect your agentic tool to your game development if you're into that. This does more than that. So if I come in here and create a whole nother team, I can select a template base. So if I wanted to build a website, a SaaS product, mobile apps, and I could choose what type of team I want. If I'm doing a cross-platform mobile, if I'm looking just to do a debugging team, a troubleshooting, it'll actually create this team for me. It'll create like a code mapper, failure repo, runtime diagnostics, module extractor, and a slice runner. And or if I'm just doing QA automation, right? It's a whole different team. SaaS product, you got UI, UX, SaaS, React, or a platform tendency like a building auth team. So you can build your team, and your team is based on different skills, and they are specialized in those skills. So my director has a roster up here, and he knows exactly what's on his team. He can broadcast to all of them, and the team will broadcast back. There is a Kanban system here. So it's my ops board. So whenever they're doing any developing, they will create a card, and then the developer will assign it to one of the developers. They'll take it out, and then from the Git repository, they'll break off into work trees and work from there. And he could run all agents at once and get them all working on your project. So it's true orchestration. Let's see. I notice that you do not show the logs of your Sentry, which showing it means they know nothing about security. I notice that you do not show the logs of your Sentry, which showing it means they know nothing about security. I'm not sure what you mean by that. You correctly block response redirected from being cached, and your should cache navigation. However, your cache first and network first functions don't have this checked. Okay. But network first is also used for API routes, line 142, and should cache navigation is not called there. A malicious and misconfigured API endpoint returning 302. Okay. Attack control domain could poison API cache. That's true. That's a good catch. That's unique for sure. Wishing you all the best. Hey, thank you for it. And like I tell all my viewers again, you get the tool. If you're interested in a tool like this, do your homework and research and find the one that fits for your needs. So, and I appreciate you stopping by, and I wish you, subscribe, hang out. Like I said, we both are doing two different things in the same world, and I wish him all the success in the world, and I hope I get there someday too. Appreciate you. It should call. Okay, only call. Let me check that out. Let me send that over to Mr. I'm not so worried about it guy over here. So what code? Okay, that's fine. I am going to send him everything you sent me so far. And then this part right here. All right, he did some more checks. These are other things that he found in it. Please go through, verify, and let's see if we can get a fix for all of this. You're gonna be here for a while. You work too. That's awesome. I'm not gonna be here for a while though. I know it's 9 o'clock my time. However, I actually have a real job. I work remotely, and I work for I work for a huge company, and they're in a totally different state, and they're 2 hours ahead of me right now. So technically, my time is 11 o'clock at night, and I have to get up in the morning. But I will stay up as long as I can to get most of this done. I want to get this working. Um, so, but yeah, let's see what I can do here. UE editor is still running. PID 3394K 1.3 gigabyte resonance. To add the new module deal, we need to close it first. Okay. So I need to close this first. Okay, let's close that. Please close in. I did that. We're on top. Wait. Let's see here. Okay, yep, we did that. Same as before. File, exit, or just close the window. Nothing to save. We haven't modified. Okay, compile the new Plyrium. Okay. Okay, I went ahead and closed it. You can start doing the rest. There. Let's see. I'm currently running a startup of my own, and I'm struggling to get any customers. Trying to figure out what I can make as a side income or something like you have, or have your SaaS. I'm gonna be here for a while too. As a work. Okay, so let me answer that question first. So you're building, you have your own startup, and you have your own SaaS, and you're struggling to get customers. So for me, let me bring it up here. So for this particular SaaS here, it is not my YouTube channel. In fact, the type of people that runs these type of companies like plumbers, HVAC, electrical, roofing, they're not tech savvy. They don't give a damn about it. They will not get on my YouTube. They won't watch it. I would say at least 90% of them won't. You may have some that are real tech savvy and they understand everything and they enjoy this kind of stuff. I don't know. But most of them will not even bother, even try to understand it. So for me to reach out to these type of people, I actually there's several ways I do it. First is meta ads, which is real expensive. So there's certain ways you could do that to lower your costs and just get as much reach as you can. Just to blast out, hey, I exist type thing. You're not trying to convert or get sales. You're just telling people I'm here, I'm real. The other thing is Google Ads. That's another one. It's a lower cost, but that one you can actually try getting conversions through. And that one's actually real good for, it's slower, takes longer, but your cost per conversion is a lot lower as well. So Google Ads is a cheaper way to get out there. Um, So when it comes to these type of people, they will definitely find you either on Facebook or Google. The other thing, and this is important, is your search engine optimization. I have developed a way where I increase my search engine optimization, and that is content. I need content for people to be able to find me by keywords and searching for certain things. So I built this thing called the Academy. Inside the Academy, I have different articles depending on the type of company you are. So if I go to all trades here, let's just say I want to look at, well, how to start a food truck business. And let's just say someone's out there and they're on Google and they're like, how do I start a food truck business? I'm hoping Google will recommend them my site. And then from there, they can go through and see, like, what is Plyrium? What are they doing? What are they selling? But I actually give them an actual real guide on how to start a food truck business, the actual cost, what the startup's going to be, the different tiers that, from starting, like just now starting out to running a full crew, insurance, just things like that, primary food labor. And I break it all down for them. So these are search engine optimization tips that I do on mine to draw people into my website. And there's a place called Google Overview, I think. Google Overview, is that it? Um, is this it? Search and optimization, search console. Here it is. So right here is my search console. Let me switch over to my Plyrium Forge. And already started. Oh, I hate this part. I forgot here. Domain. Yeah, go to property. Here it is. Okay. This is what I was looking for. So this right here, it's a free tool. You can get up, set up, and you could actually plug in your website and it can scan for you to see if you are optimized for SOE, for Google. And I can come in here and I can see my performance. I can see what type of traffic I'm getting, the type of indexing, what's not indexed, if I have any problems with my website. So I could come and look at my insight. Like right now, I had 48 clicks. These are raw clicks. I'm not advertising this at all. This is just based on my content. And I've already had 231 impressions. Out of those impressions, I had 48 clicks. So people actually finding me through my impressions. These are the top countries that are finding it. Let's see here, performance. I could see exactly what's happening every single day. So I'm getting a 20% click-through ratio, which is freaking amazing for something like this. And then URL inspection, so I could actually go through and inspect certain URLs. So right now we're retrieving data. I can see if there's any problems with it. I could come look at my pages. See, here's some that failed, right? So page with redirect, this is a known, it's not an issue. This is this is on purpose. So I'm okay with that. Exclude non-index tags. The other thing you're going to want is a sitemap. So when you build your web page, I have an XML that actually builds a full sitemap for me. Yeah, right here, sitemaps. So this is my sitemap. It automatically generates. So the Google bots can go in and understand what's accessible, what's not, and view my entire sitemap. So this is something that you should learn how to use and improve your website to be able to get traffic. Now, your second question was, what do I do for work? I am a Microsoft 365 architect. I work for a big company and I manage their entire cloud infrastructure. I've been doing that for 20 years now, and that's what I currently do today. Um, let's see here. My startup is just AI server, and that's fine. It could just be AI server. Whatever your startup's doing, this is something that you should work on. Is your search engine optimization? I use only SEO. Yeah, and um, HFref. So that's site links, isn't it? The HFref. That's the HTML for links. 302s are healthy. Yeah, they are. They're definitely healthy. So let's see what Claude said about this stuff here. Findings, no century logs and that stuff. false positive, it says. So each first missing redirect check, so that's true, fixed, false positive, false positive, false positive, low priority hardening. Now, my question is, should I trust Claude and is saying it's false positive, don't worry about it, we got this, we're good? Or should I trust the actual human who's been doing this for 20 years and they have a tool that says, hey, these are potential vulnerabilities? What do you think, Smart Ted? What should I do? Do you think I should make something on the side that I can sell to people as well? That's totally up to you and where you're comfortable with, what your expertise is. I don't like putting all my eggs in one basket. As you can see, I have two different tools here. This is totally different from my first one. Um, and I'm selling this as well. And I have subscribers who are actually using this tool today. And this one and I get my traffic through YouTube on this one. I don't advertise this one at all, just my YouTube viewers. And I'm building this for myself and for you guys, for the community, because I like this whole game dev thing here. That was one of your guys' ideas. You're like, hey, I use AI for game development. It would be cool if yours had some type of connection where I can use it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I did it. So that's where we're at today. Force kill it, recommending how to do that. So, and you guys are actually steering how this is being developed, which is really neat. So you guys see this, you're like, hey, I want it to do X, Y, Z. And if the community's like, yeah, that would be awesome, I would definitely throw it in there. I don't have a problem with that at all. So those are my two main tools that I run. So this one here and the other one. Trust your logs. Yeah, I agree with that. I will. I'll trust my logs on that. So net real change shipped, one missing guard, add cache first, function renamed for clarity, cache version bump to device, invalidate and caching. They might have built before the guard was in place. If you want me to also harden it, yeah, definitely harden as much as you can. I'd rather be too hard than not hard enough. Let's go ahead and fix what we can. These are definitely real pings that were brought to our attention. So I noticed you flagged a lot of them as false positives. However, let's make sure that they truly are false positives and they aren't going to cause any problems. And your training data is last year's training data. These could be problems today. So before you say false positives, I want you to do your own research online for 2026 and verify these are true false positives or if these are actual potential vulnerabilities that are happening today. All right. So jail Carl, don't trust only hardness answers. Use your sub agent securities a specialist to do a deep search using Firecrawl or similar MCP to find use case about the topic and learn about each of those problems. Yeah, I agree with you. In fact, that's what. So I actually before when I built my SaaS, security was my number one thing when I came to building this. And there's three things that I ran for it. I had a full audit code review. I had a full red team review to make sure there's no any hard coded things that shouldn't be in there, anything like API keys or anything like that. I didn't want no SQL injection or no URL injections be any type of vulnerabilities. And the second thing that I did, or the third thing I did, was a full gray hat team, which did very strong pen testing. I wanted them to brute force their way into breaking as much as they can and gathering customer data, information, anything that they could get their hands on. And anything that they came up with or found, I went ahead and fixed immediately. So what Smart Ted did for me, he actually ran his MCP tool against my website, and he had a list of some vulnerabilities. Most of them were considered as false positives, which I tend to think it's probably true. But in any case, I still want to make sure that we are hardened and we're good here. So real sign from research, two things changed my assessment. So right there, he's already changed his assessment because again, he's basing this off of last year's data. And I told him, do your research, go online, and make sure that these are either if they're still false positive or if they're actual real vulnerabilities today. And look what it found. It already found some things. So, and he's making these adjustments right now. And that could go for anything. Like what's golden today and unbreakable is going to be breakable tomorrow. So you could never be 100% protected. Experienced full stack developer. Oh, okay. All right. I am not an experienced full stack developer, so I actually take your guys' constructive criticism to heart, and I really appreciate you guys coming in here and helping me out. I learned so much from my community, and I really appreciate everything you guys do. I'm looking for the freelance work on weekends. Okay. Smart Ted, that's a good prompt. Thank you. But don't ignore the small reports. I only use basic tools. Of course, yes, definitely. And I'm constantly having them do different tests from the back end. And there's constant tools that I'm running to, and Century is one of them. But you're the one that told me about the Sonar Cube. I'll look into this. This is definitely something that's interesting. If it's something that does look into code base itself and helps me identify any vulnerability or issues. So another one, if you're not familiar with, but it's more of like a server base. It's called Tenable. That's what we use at for my work. We use Tenable, and it does a real good job of verifying any potential vulnerabilities in any application you're running. So so I'm familiar with vulnerability checks and that aspect of it. Please use Sonar Cube. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely do that. After we get off here, I'll spend my time to go over it and understand it and set it up. And what is their pricing here? So do they have a so right now I would probably have to be and that's not a bad price at all, $32 a month. Let's see, 30 plus languages, code quality standards, detect bugs, vulnerabilities, secrets detection, AI driven code fixes, pull request analysis, commercial support available. Recommended for teams less than 50 developers. Okay. Or custom pricing. Can I say $10 a month? What do I don't need 30 plus languages. Let's get rid of that. I don't need AI driven code fixes. I have an AI for that. Let's get rid of that. Commercial support. Nah, I don't think I'm going to need that. So right there, I'm already reducing that price down to $15 a month. I wonder if they'll let me do something like that. I'll have to call them. Um, let's see, where are we at with you? So, okay, hold on. We got some information here. At our launch, it did launch. Yeah, you're right. So, what do I need to do here? Um, your turn. Run the Python. Wait for shaders assets to finish compiling. If the editor is still spinning, look for compile shader. Okay. Windows plus developer tools output log, or just tools output log, depending on EU. Windows developer tools output log. Okay. At the bottom of the output log panel, there is a CMD drop down, Command CMD. Click it and switch to Python. Paste this exact thing. So we're going to import some libraries here. Stop that. And then I know exactly where he's talking about. That would be down here. We're going to paste this, and we're going to hit run. Did it do a thing? God, this is like the worst UI I've ever seen. I want how do I make this go up? Did it even do anything? Oh, I'm supposed to go to Python. Maybe if I listen to half the damn instructions they were trying to tell me here. Did that work? What am I missing here? What am I doing wrong? So run. Right, what? Output log. What do we got here? Maybe I'm supposed to okay. All right, that's what I was looking for. Thank goodness. Okay. Oh, it's still going. Update time, SDK. Maybe I shouldn't just keep throwing a command there. This is like the dumbest interface ever. When I click on this should pop up for me instead of paste it here and hit enter. I mean, that's stupid. All right, maybe you should let us join you sometimes. We will make a very informative content. Oh yeah, I would love to do some collaboration. Did you build Plyrium from documentation? I didn't build it from documentation. No, I built it from scratch in my head. I told AI what to build, exactly how I wanted it, and the framework. I started with the foundation. That's the most important thing with any app you're building is the foundation, your framework, what that's going to look like, because everything's going to be built on top of that foundation, and the scalability is going to be important when it comes to that foundation. So I did a lot of research and figured out exactly what the foundation I was going to be. So in my mind, I'm thinking visual code. They use Electron, Atom, and these other tools out there. I actually love the foundation. It's lightweight, it's very user friendly, and it's uh, cross platform Linux, Mac, Windows. So when I was thinking of my foundation and my tech stack, that's what I was thinking of as visual code. So, but I wanted one extra step. I wanted to harden some of the code in the back end. So my tools and the core functionality of the tool itself. So I built it on Rust. And on top of Rust, I have it's Electron, which I was using Tari, and Tari is perfect. I should have stuck with that. I'm so mad at myself for not sticking with that. It's been around longer, and they fine tuned it, and it's a lot lighter weight, and it would have been a lot better for me in the long run. I've already gotten too far with Electron, which is fine. Electron's still good, and that's what I'm using, and it's using Electron has Chromium built into it, and with Chromium, that's how I build my web GUI, my web interface. So my buttons, the console, the whole interface is built around the Electron. So the backend stuff, the actual functions, the tools, the core is Rust. Maybe you should. Okay, I read that. Yeah, and there's a reason I'm building or plan to build my own UI for UE5. Okay. And how's it going, Kenneth? How about building an AI video editor? Big, I mean, yes, you could. I've never thought about doing that or had a purpose for it yet. Someone else could do that definitely, and I believe there's already some out there, isn't there? Like you're thinking like having your own version of like Adobe Premiere, but with AI integrated into it. Is that what you're thinking? I could build an AI editor, but not with the current graphics card VRAM of 10 gigabytes. I would need much better graphics card. You actually don't. 10 gigabytes for a graphic card for dedicated VRAM is not bad. You're not running a local LLM. You could still use an API. And for a video editor, that's all I would use is an actual API. And if you're selling the product, it'll cover the cost of the API. So, and that's in fact on my tool here, it's got built-in AI all over the place in this, and I'm using APIs for it. And it's actually I'm not running it to build code and develop from the ground up. So the cost of the API is actually way cheaper, and it's not bad at all to run it. So you have a very good YouTube MCP editor. Okay. So let's see here. What am I missing here? So okay, I did that, did this. I don't know if it did the thing or not. Should I rerun it? Wait a minute, wait a minute. My enter. Did it enter it? Let's try this again. Okay. I think I am the dumb one here and I'm getting errors, but just to verify, let's do. Really? Really? Th- I hate tools that don't let me copy. It only copied that first one there, but I'm trying to copy all of this. Copy. So stupid. Let's see here. Really? Okay. You know, this is why I love AI, because I can take a freaking screenshot of it and send that in and be like, hey, here's my error. Okay, I copied and pasted it in the log using the Python, and here's the error I'm getting. I am starting to really hate Unreal, and it's just me because I'm not familiar with it. Dock and layout settings. Yeah. All right, so let me catch up to what you guys are saying here. So on that foundation, you send AI all the logic the API will use or the app will use. Yeah, well, so your AI is just a tool. That's all it is. But it's more than that in a lot of ways. So think of yourself as you're a CEO of a company. Let me give you a good example. Here's a great breakdown. I'll tell you what, this is exactly how AI works. So Elon Musk, he's the head of his company and he has a bunch of engineers below him. And he's like, "Hey, I have an idea. I want to make a car that can do self-driving, fully automated AI." And that was his idea. He said it. It was a command. His entire engineering team made it happen. He vibe coded his entire engineering team. He told them what he wanted. He had his vision. He knew exactly how he wanted it. He knew the foundation, what it was for, what to expect. He explained all that. But his engineering team, his developing team, his AI team is the one who actually made it all happen. Elon Musk just came up with the idea. That's no different than you talking to your AI. Your AI is your engineering team, it's your developing team. When you're talking to it, you have a vision of what you're looking for, what you want. It's good to have that understanding of the technology and what you're trying to build so you can steer the AI in a direction you want to go. So you're vibe coding your engineering team. You have an old M1 with 16 gigabytes. Hey, even with an old M1, those apples are freaking amazing because they did something that Windows should have done years ago, and they still haven't done it. And we're IBM based, even Linux. It's so dumb. So you guys went. Apple said, "Hey, why are we taking a video card or video RAM and making that dedicated and separate? Why don't we have it all in one, where the entire system shares the same RAM and it's the same speed, and we're going to make it godly powerful?" And that's what they did. So I don't know if the M1 does that or not, but I know the M2 to 4 does that, right? I could be wrong about that. I'm not a big Apple buff, but from my understanding, I think that's what they did that. Let's keep going, man. Hey, I'm going. I'm going. I'm sorry. I was just having a conversation with you guys. I was telling my stories. All right. The one liner got line wrapped. Didn't check box. Try this. Okay. What? Try this. Switch to the command prompt. Okay. I will do that. Man, you are like all over the place here. Let's switch to the command prompt. Bring that up. Oh, switch it here. Command prompt. Put that in there and hit go. And go. I think, I think it's my problem. Let me fix that here. Wow. So, wow, that's huge. Let's shrink that a little bit, guys. There we go. So, I honestly think, is there a space in there? Let me verify. So it is Unreal Projects demo. Yeah. So this whole problem has been a me issue, not a UI issue here. So let's try that. Okay. Now, let me take this and send that over. Unless I mistyped something there. And I think I did. I think I have an extra space in here. Oh, no, I don't. No, that's right. Okay. Look at this issue. M1 is shared. Okay. And that's actually good. So they did do it in the M1. But I know from the M2 on, they made it godly powerful, like the read-write access to it. Yeah, so that's what I have. So I have, let me show you here, my VRAM. So I have 16 gigabytes of VRAM. Of course, I'm running a 5080, and mine's a laptop. And I run local AI as well. Here's Olama. And when I spin this baby up, so right now this is a 14 billion um, parameter AI here. Watch my VRAM here. Hello. So it's going to go ahead and spin it up. Watch what it does here. See that jump? So that's it loading into, and it's also, see that? It's actually going over to the shared RAM. So right now it's spinning up the AI, it's loaded it into the memory, and then it takes a little bit to, this is where the warm up process is. It takes a little bit to warm up. And then after it's warmed up, it'll be much faster. The first initial process takes forever. But even a 16 megabytes, look at that, on a 14 billion, and this is quantized too. So it's a quantized 4, which is a 4-bit. The I believe it's the KB, which is your cache. And there it goes. Hello, I'm your local assistant, and it'll stay loaded. Can you code? And it should be much faster now because it's already loaded, it's already warmed up, but it's still not the fastest. See, it's a little bit faster than what it was. So, and then when I'm done with that, after a while, it'll unload itself. So that model will eat your VRAM. Oh yeah, yeah, I know that. It will. It's already above my little ticket. Hey, that's okay. Let's see here. Patch. Now rerun the same command in the EU command console. Wow. Okay. Well, why don't you make sure you don't break it the first time? Um, did I get it all? Yeah, I think I did. Let's see here. No, I think this guy's on crack or something because none of these are working. That looks like the same issue. I went ahead and tried it again. It's already okay. I can convert your Quin25 to an agent using a proxy and craft prompt. I bet you could. So the only reason why I'm using it, I really don't like local AIs. For my system, everything that you see here is a laptop. It's a Asus something something. I forgot what laptop it is, but it's a laptop. And I really don't like running local AIs on it. I do want to get some M3s or M4s and hub them together where I can run bigger AIs, and that's eventually what I want to get. But until then, the only reason why I have Olam on here because I was testing it with Plyrium Forge with open code to make sure that people can run their local AIs in here, and that's why I had it in here. Just like Unreal, I'm not going to use Unreal. Don't care about Unreal. I'm not a game developer, but I installed it today, and same thing with Unity. I installed it today to make sure that we have a good connection and everything's working. So, what you laughing at? You're a little. What are you eating? Is it some of that? Oh, good. Okay. All right. Rerun the same command. It says. It says. It says. It says. My gosh, can I not do that stupid scroll thing? I hate scrolling. It's some word wrap. All right. Same command. Running it. Well, that looks different. That's a plus. Let me capture more of that. Different air. It's already above my. Okay. Okay. You should. Unity. You already know C sharp. Yeah, I should. And um, Unity. He opened it up here. Um, is they have the mono developer built into it, which you can just start writing C# code straight from the console here, or you can connect Visual code to it and do C#. But I just, one thing I suck at is graphics, art. I can't do that. I can't 3D model. I've tried. I've had Blender and I've tried to 3D model. I just don't have the patience for it to animate I can make 3D model static objects like a box. I just start Blender and boom, I'm done. But yeah, so for I understand Unity has such a better UI, I think, than this. I don't know what this is trying to do here, but it's crazy. But one of my viewers uses Unreal, so that's why I'm trying to get it working on Unreal first. I think it's more important. If my user is using my tool for his game development, I want to make sure it's working for what he needs. I know for any of you guys, if there's something you want this tool to do that you're working on or doing, I will make sure that I will get it working for whatever you're doing. Different air. What? Where did that come from? I'm going to continue working on this tonight and tomorrow. It's getting late for me. It's already 11:30, and I'm getting tired. But I will. Oh, I could do a rollback. Oh, that's freaking awesome. I didn't even think that was a thing. But I will live stream tomorrow. I've been trying to live stream every day. If I can't do it tomorrow morning, but I will try doing tomorrow evening again, which may be your morning or afternoon. But for my time, tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. So I'll be on tomorrow. And check out my other live streams that I have on there if you guys haven't seen them already. Some of them are real long. Some of them I stream for like 10, 12 hours. Some only a couple hours. But there's a lot of good content in there, and then there's a lot of still boring content. So I did break it all down. If you go to my videos, I actually removed a lot of the stale content and put it into a video form to shorten them to around between 12 minutes to 20 minutes long. If you want to catch up on content that way, I also have some shorts you guys can go through and check out. There's some good tidbits in there. But if you guys have any questions, I do have a Discord. If you guys want to join, I'll go ahead and send you guys the invite. I do encourage people to come here and join up. It's not 100% active, but we are gaining members in it, and the more of you guys, the better. So please join. And I am on there all the time, either through my phone or computer. So that's a great way to reach me and interact with me. But other than that, I'll see you guys again, and thank you again for watching. Please hit subscribe or follow or whatever you do. Hit like. I need those likes. I appreciate all of you again. So everyone, you all have a wonderful evening. If I missed anything you said, I apologize. Let's see. Use Comfy to convert frames to roughly and pass them to Blender, then compile them and pass them to Unity. Yeah, I'm just not that good at game development. But maybe I'll try after I get this working. I'll definitely give it a go. So, but anyways, you guys have a good night. I appreciate you. I really do.